All right, here's the scripture today, Matthew 11, 28, 29. And it says this, come to me, says Jesus, come to me all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I'm gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. I got to tell you, when you and I are heavy laden, is there anything better than going to quiet time with Jesus? Literally, there is something about that transaction where we take our heavy burden to the cross, we hang out with Jesus, and he gives us perspective, and then we feel like, that we can leave those cares with him, and then we get back this incredible sense of peace. Like that right there is a beautiful gift that we have of being a believer. But, here's my concern. For many people in business, right? Like if you want to find the group of people who are most likely to, who labor and are heavy laden, it's going to be business people, because business is probably the hardest place to apply our faith, okay? You can't be irrelevant for more than 3 seconds before the market will run you out of town, right? It's like if you're in politics, it's easy. Everyone hates you, so it's no different, right? If you're a pastor, well, you're hanging around believers, right? So you're protected from a lot of the grief. But for business people, we don't have that luxury, right? So for us, when we are, when we're heavy laden, we can go to Jesus and he puts his loving arms around us, and you can't get a better deal than that. However, for a lot of people, because they're business people and then they go to Jesus, I think there's a missing step, right? There are people that because their business is not working, because their business is not flying, because they're not crushing it, they keep going back to Jesus because they're heavy laden. Wonderful. Jesus will take us all day, every day, and give us rest. He is an amazing, amazing Messiah. But that doesn't actually fix the issue. If the issue is my business isn't building, my business isn't going anywhere, and that's putting so much pressure on you that you keep going back to Jesus, wonderful. However, if you want to actually fix the problem, then you need to do the activity that is in line with you building the business so you don't have to keep going to him for the same thing. It's fine to keep going to him for the same thing. Like you can take 50 years to learn the lesson. It doesn't bother me. But it's better when you're going back to him for new things because you're growing and growing and growing, and the pressure is higher and the need is higher, and then you get a better outcome with the Lord because you're growing with him. It's better to keep going back to him when your burden is heavy, because the burden gets heavier because you're being promoted. So what we don't want to be doing is going to him all the time without taking the action. The action is simple. Like, go to Jesus, get that rest. His yoke is easy. It's a beautiful relationship. Then take that newfound energy and go back out and do the activity. Make the calls, see the people, collect the debtors, do the marketing, get the Facebook out. Like, if you will do both, you will win. If you start to look at the activity as well as going to him for the rest, it's a beautiful outcome, because your business will grow and then you'll need to lean on him even more. Then your business will grow and you'll need to lean on him even more. That is better than keep going back for the same little issues without actually growing the business. So, of course, he's always there. His arms are beautiful. He is wonderful, and he'll always be there. But surely the best way to walk out this faith is to always be growing our businesses and leaning on him when the burdens get heavier, because our businesses get bigger.